Right, okay. 9 energy, no. BBGI. Oh, moving up nicely. Any particular reason for this? Now it's over $4. Pull back. There we go. 4 of support. 7 spreads. 5 cents. Hey Don, welcome back. Looking at DBGI's popped up. Again. Golden Sun, Man United. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's going on with Man United. Oh, I see what's going on with Man United. It's up for sale. Man United's up for sale. Wow. Everybody wants a piece of Man United now. So this popped up in the last half an hour as a result of wanting to sell it, looking for future investors. So 15.50, we could be at the races. So there's a few reasons why. So Ronaldo's lost. He's left. Immediate effect. He's basically been sacked, and the Glazers want to sell the place. Oh, rats and sinking ships. Interesting. That's Man United for you, I guess. But there you go. Would you stop with, would you cut the snoring, for crying out loud? What do I have to do? Get you one of those tennis balls for your shoulders? Oh, good Lord. Right, could you go and snore someone else instead of right under my nose? You're annoying me. So Manchester United, new highs on the markets. It's a very bullish day today. I think we might even get 400 on the SPY today. Let's have a look at this. So the market. Come back to Man United in a second. So the SPY has a good chance of reaching 400 today at this rate. Break 400 again. Very bullish today. Up at 399.15s. Well, let's go back to United. All right, just kind of buying it. EBGI. Golden Sun, a bit low in value for me. Okay, make sure you tap that screen 10 times if you want to. Just helps with the algorithm, pushes it out to more people. So please, let's up the like count. Get the stream well liked and interactive. Let me know if you're watching anything in particular. Let me know if you're planning on trading Man United. Let's all short Man United. I shouldn't say that. I might get busted for stock manipulation. Let's all short Man United. Just for fun. It's kind of not doing anything. It moved up fairly well, and now it's not doing anything. So give it a prod, Manchester Bloody United. DBGI moving up again. Let's have a quick look at DBGI. No, popped up to 450s. That's where I started. I was looking at it, but it's just pulling back since then. On Revolut, it's falling. Yeah, no, it's not falling. It's moved up. So Man United, it moved up. So have a look at here. This is Manchester United. It moved up. It's pulled back a little bit. So I'm waiting for if it can break 1550, which is the current high of days, 1549.5. So if it can break 1550, we could be at the races. But that's Manchester United. I don't really want to put any money in their pockets. Let's get shorting it. So basically, they've sacked Cristiano Ronaldo, and the Glazers have announced they want to sell the club. All the Man United fans are probably going to be out with the green and yellow scarves, the Norwich City scarves, singing the praises. Don't trade on Revolut. That's all I'm saying. If it's got Man United selling off, then there's something wrong. You don't trade on Revolut. In fact, I wouldn't recommend you trade on Revolut anyway. It's not an app that's built for day trading. Hello. Best Buy is moving back up. Argentina got beat by Saudi Arabia. What's all that about? After going 1-0 up. All right. Oh dear Lord, I didn't watch that game. Saudi Arabia versus Argentina, and it looks like they were good for the money as well. Saudi. Oh, what a goal to win it! Oh yeah, it looks like they were good for the money. Okay, so let's have a look at. So we're not breaking over the $79 right now. DBGI. I'll go back to. DBGI pulling back quite a bit, breaking low. So yeah, we're wanting to get the front side of that move, not the back side. The Mexican goalkeeper was class. I didn't see the Mexican game either. I was watching well, just watched the first half of the France game. Well, let's have a look at Manchester United, shall we? It's the DBGI, Manchester United. Manchester United about to break highs. Testing highs up at 1550. It was up at 1550 back in September. Have a look at the last time it was up at this level. Was it this year? No. So it's at annual highs. Manchester United at annual highs. Go figure. Yeah, I'm looking at Manchester United right now, Super Chip. I wouldn't say it's dead. I'd say it's sold off. It's down at 1370. It's not up at $95 or whatever it was early. So this is grinder. But this is why you don't get married to these stocks. So this is grinder. Put it on the 15. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this went up to what, 70 over $70, $71.50 on the first day. We traded it up here. This is last Friday. We got $50,000 on this move up last Friday. Phenomenal move up, and it's been selling off ever since. So this is grinder. The catalyst on Man United, Imran, is the Glazers have put the company up for sale, and they've sacked Cristiano Ronaldo. So I don't know which one of those is pumping the stock, but one of them is. I would imagine it's the Glazers selling it. We've had a couple of bounces, but this was the dead cat here, and maybe it'll start to plateau. Maybe it'll move back up. I don't know. Grinder for me, you get in while the momentum's hot on the front side of the move. On the back side of the move, it becomes choppy and difficult. Yeah, so Grinder probably not worth looking at for the long side. It is short sale restricted as well. It's hard to borrow, so there's no point trying to short it either. So if it comes back, it comes back. If you're holding bags, I'd say I will get out and look for something to make up the balance. Key areas. Let's look at it on the 15 minutes again. So $20 is a key area. $23 key area. $25.50, $27, $30, obviously. To the downside, it's breaking lows. So pre-market on Friday, it got to it was 1360. So it's never been below 1360. So I will watch that level. I did say watch because it moved up. It was in the regular session on Friday. It was down at $16. I looked for a bounce there. It broke straight through it. So 1360 is the all-time low for grinder. If and it's at 1360 right now. If it doesn't bounce here, it could sell off and become a single figure stock. No, actually, it opened at 1296. Yeah, so I'm just looking at it opened at 1296 at 7 a.m. on Friday. So that was pre-market. Then it stopped trading, and then it started to move up. So yeah, so you look at 1296. It needs to hold $13. 1360 is a key level. I'd say 1360 for sure, but yeah, needs to hold $13. 1360 is the key level. 1350. Well, France are after going behind them. France are ahead now. I think if it breaks 12, it's bottomless. It's then a falling knife. It's got no support below 12. So if it does break $13, there's nothing below that. There's no historical trading data below that. It could just fall. So I would be very wary of that. I wouldn't short it right now because it's short sale restricted, hard to borrow, and I certainly wouldn't go long on it right now. So that's Grinder for you. That's my opinion on Grinder, not financial advice. I ain't no financial advisor. I'm just not so much inside. It's just technical analysis. It's just what I was looking at on the chart. Not even opinion. It's like I say, technical analysis. Pali, I thought that might bounce up the VWAP here, but we're not getting that. Let's have a look at Man United. Did we break 1550 in Man United? No, we got rejected at 1550. It's pulling back down now. Let's all short Man United. Just because we don't like it. Well, I'm looking at Pali right now. Got this resistance level here at the $0.75. 475 resistance, $0.75 level. We've also got the 200 EMA there as well. So shut up, you. We've also got the 200 EMA pretty much the same level, which makes it a double resistance. So right now it's ranging between the VWAP and the 200 EMA. I can't see this going anywhere but down right now in terms of Pali. Not financial advice, like I say, but I can see this dropping below 450. We've got a little bit of support at 450. We've got a little bit of support at 460 with the VWAP. So if it holds above the VWAP, we might get a bounce. But if it breaks below the VWAP, I can see it testing 450 and ultimately breaking down. So Pali's not looking overly bullish right now. And that tends to be the case. Is you have good moves pre-market and at the open, and then it sells off into the close. Looking at Best Buy right now. I don't know which is the best Buy, but the Best Buy near me is not even the best Buy. If you get that reference, we can be friends. So what makes the best Buy What makes the best buy the best buy? Have a look at Mirati. It's just pumped up. Where did you come from, Mirati? I didn't see you. From $76. Whole $10 move with a halt in between. Right, okay. Mirati Therapeutics is said to draw fresh takeover interest. Rumors of an acquisition. It's a 46.5 million float, 16% shorted. Will be interesting. Breaks 85. High on the 5 minute. 84.75. So 85 could be interested. What's the spreads? 20, 30 cents, 35 cents on the spreads. Yeah, absolutely. Big bang, good man. Hey, Alexandre. I traded PSMY earlier, but it's kind of choppy. I got in a little over kind of 760, rode it up to over 770. Got 10 cents on it, a little over, well, just under 10 cents on it, and then cut it. Who's texting us? Yeah, it's looking good this week so far. It's only 2 days, and it's a short week. All right. Okay. Back in action, J-Spec. Well, I don't know about that yet. I traded PSMY. I was hoping to get 1.5 times like I did yesterday, but not seeing the setups. I thought we might get a setup with Mirati. but he moved up, not really. Look, I&M. In Med Pharma, what am I looking for on the Benzinga scan? On the Benzinga scanners, it won't take years. They're going into bankruptcy. It'll take a couple of months at most. People won't wait years for the money, and most people won't get the money. I mean, the creditors will all be they might get 10 cents on the dollar or something like that, but basically most people have just literally lost billions with FTX. Well, it's just practice, James, just practice. Kinga with Tesla for 170, we'll see. Okay, so PMZ, you wanted to know what I'm looking for on the Benzinga scanner. Okay, so I'm looking for volatility and I'm looking for volume. That's what I'm looking for in a trade. Now, what I'm looking for on the scanner is I'm looking for stocks that are moving up. So I'm looking for the change over a particular set period. So I'm looking, ideally, I start off the day and I'm looking at the gap scanner. And I'm looking for change on the gap scanner, and then I'm looking for the volume that it's been traded at. Then I start looking at if it's started to move, I look at the catalyst. What's the newsworthy event that's making it move, that's driving the price action. And it doesn't matter whether it's up or down. If it's down, I might be looking to short it. If it's up, I'll be going long. But I want a good catalyst, and then I look for the size of the float as well. If it's a small float, you're likely to get a lot more volatility. The smaller the float, and of course I look for the average volume over the last 100 days or last 3 months or whatever, and then I can work out the relative volume. So the relative volume is just the average volume of the current volume, but divided by the average volume, and then you've got a 1x, 2x, 3x, or whatever. Ideally, you want to be 3x or better. A 2x is okay, but if it's less than 1, if your relative volume is less than 1, then it's just trading like a normal day or worse. So the likelihood of it actually going parabolic is extremely small. So King, what I told you about Alpuno is the worst one for this one. He's telling me that he's stuck in a trade. Let me tell you, there's no such thing as being stuck in a trade. It's being stubborn with a trade. There's a difference, okay? Let's take a look at Tesla. I'm not trying to diss on you or anything, but Tesla at 169. So you're in at 170. I don't see why you can't get back to 170. It's moving back up. It bounced down there. But if you're in at 170, if it breaks below the VWAP, you cut it right now. I'm not telling you that's what you should do. What I'm telling you is what I would do if I was in at 170 with Tesla and it came all the way down to 167.90 or 167.50 or whatever it did today. Then I would be looking to minimize my losses. I'll be riding this up maybe, but if it breaks below the VWAP again, I will be cutting it for a loss. You can always make your gains back again. But if you're trading that intraday, if you're long on it, if you're looking long term on Tesla and you're thinking, look, we might move up, it's heavily beaten up over the last month or so in particular. Since Elon took control of Twitter, Tesla's been in free fall. So you've got to look at other catalysts like that can impact the stock. Twitter catalysts can impact Tesla because of the owner, because of the CEO of both companies. It's the same person. Well, if you're green, that's great. If you're green, then you just set your stop at break even and ride it out. So you know, if you don't want to cut it, that's fine. But if you're green, then you make sure you've got a stop that you're actually going to get out and take some profit, or even just take half your position off now. If you're green, take half your position off for a little bit of profit, and then put the stop at break even on the remainder. That way, you've at least got a profitable trade. It's just right now, Tesla is in. It's not in a great way. It's been selling off the whole of this last week. It was selling off with the exception of 2 days the week before. So it's been selling off all November, basically. I'm Nas. I wouldn't say that I'm a guru, James. I've just had a lot of practice. That's all. Sweet. AMC. The AMC is done for me, but let's have a look. There might be some days. It's below the VWAP. Be careful of a VWAP fade here, so it might get rejected at the VWAP. The range isn't great. We're talking about 1.5 cent ATR, so from an intraday trade, probably not the best option. But AMC trying to get back up over 725. It's up 727 right now, but it's trying to get over that. The VWAP, but just be careful of the VWAP fade here. It's tapped the VWAP a couple of times. Let's look at it on a higher time frame here. Once it moved up this morning, then broke the VWAP, moved up, rejected, moved up, rejected, moved up, rejected. So just be careful. It's been getting rejected by the VWAP. It's also been rejected by at the red green line, which is the confluence there with the the 200 EMA, the VWAP, and the yesterday's closing price. There's heavy confluence there, so there's a lot of resistance. If you're looking at if I'm looking at on the, there's quite a lot of buyers at 725, but there's a lot of sellers at 726 as well. So there's a battle between the bears and the bulls right now. There's a big seller at 27. Let me have a look on the INET. Oh, there's a big seller, huge seller at 43, big seller at 37, 33. There's a big seller as well. So there's a lot of sellers. There's a lot of sellers on AMC. So I think it's struggling to get over that red green line, the VWAP as well. But just be careful with that. No, I'm not taking. I wouldn't take Tesla long term. I just don't. From a fundamental point of view, Tesla has been overpriced for a long while, but it's been defying market odds. You can't justify. It's making more money on the stock market than it is in the core business, which is always a bit of a worry. So the share price is making more money for Tesla than actually manufacturing electric vehicles. So that's a bit of a worry for a start off. The fundamentals of Tesla are not great reading by any kind of normal logical analytics. But every time I've tried shorting Tesla, I've got burned. But then again, likewise, every time I've taken options long or calls with Tesla, I've got burnt. So I'm kind of giving up trading Tesla, because whichever way I go, it always goes the opposite direction. But long term, I can't see its future as an electric vehicle manufacturer, because I think the big boys will it won't be able to compete. Mbappe just got his goal. Hey, Innocent. Well, I'm not looking at commodities, but we can take a look at the chart. But in a moment. AMD breaking highs. Let's have a quick look at AMD. Why not? Yeah, AMD's not having a bad day at all today. It's tested 75. It might get a bit of resistance up at 75. Well, it has got a bit of resistance up at 75. There's a big 23,000 seller at 75. Big seller. I don't know if it's a real one, but that's what the level 2 is showing me as a big seller at $75. Well, the Cybertruck never materialized. He's not even producing the cars that have been ordered. Grinder's down now at lows. It's way below its Friday low. IPO'd on Friday. The low pre-market was, well, before it actually went on sale, was $12.96. It's now down at $12.25. That's Grinder. So I'm not saying it's dead, but it's certainly coughing a lot. How do I see what there, Imran? The level 2 on the montage. I've got some big sellers on the level 2. So you get the here we go. So we've got sellers up there at 75. It will probably drive this back down. There you go. Some big sellers up at 75. Come on. Enough of the Grinder euphemisms. I'll be glad when it's gone, because Grinder gagging. Somebody's choking the life out of it, that's for sure. So back up, trying 75. We've still got all those sellers. All right, we just broke through that seller wall at 75, so we might get there now. So AMD moving up. Do I think shorts will cover and squeeze on an ONCS? What makes you think it was shorted? First and foremost, let's have a look, and then I'll have a look at the short interest. So, Oncosec Medical, it pumped up. Had a decent day yesterday, but it pumped up today up to 650. It's now down at 415. Expecting it to squeeze. Let me just have a quick look. I mean, it's red on the day, even. So it's heavily red on the day. Let me just see what the short interest was before today. Well, looks like France are the real deal this time round. So I've got key data. There's no shorts on there is. I remember reading this earlier now. Don't know why that escaped me. There are no shorts. It's like 1/4% short. So no, the answer is no. Shorts are not going to squeeze it. Two things: people aren't shorting because it's on short sale restriction. And difficult to borrow, and two, there aren't any shorts. It's a very small float. There's nobody shorting it, so shorts are not going to squeeze this. I know that there was someone in the Reddit forums or whatever it was saying, mentioning it along other people for a short squeeze while it's so high. No, there's nobody shorting it. It's like 1/4%. There was an article on Benzinga talking about the short interest, how 90% of the shorts have covered, and that's only because it wasn't very heavily shorted in the first place. So there isn't a short interest on Cosec. Just it's not going to short. There's no short squeeze there. Could Pali have a move tomorrow? Has it held up most of its gains? Let's have a look. Yeah, right, okay. It could. I'm not saying it won't, but I don't think it will. Look at this on the 15 minute. Okay, so you get the initial move up. what you're looking for is the flag setup. Okay, so you get the initial move up, and then you get the consolidation, maybe a bit of a retracement, and then you get a range. So we're at the bottom of this range right now, 420. So that was in 418. We're down at 405. It needs to hold $4 if it's got a chance of having a run tomorrow. It moved from kind of 220 up to 640. 640. So that's essentially a $4 move. It's retraced 50%. If it retraces, it's unusual for something to have a continuation for another day when it's retraced more than 50%. It can happen, and it does happen, just not very often. When a stock has that initial move up, ideally you want to be getting on the front side of a move. You don't want to be coming back and getting on the back side of a move. Now the front side of the move, a continuation is still part of that front side of the move. So when you're getting continuation, so if we go back to Euroclean back in June, we had daily constant highs, and each day it moved up. It didn't retrace 50% of its gains, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for signs of strength. If it had held above kind of 460, held above the VWAP, yes, I'd be saying it has a high possibility of a continuation. It's right now struggling at $4. So if it breaks below $4, then I can only see this selling off tomorrow, barring another catalyst. It could come out with another catalyst, but it's extremely extended from where it was to start off with, at what, 220s or whatever it was to start the day. So how do I see the seller wall, Imran, on the level 2, on the depth of on the market depth? Do you see where all the buyers are at and where all the sellers are at, and in terms of the price and how many shares that they've got waiting to sell, and you can see when there's big orders in there. So that's where you see it on the level 2. There's a lesson on reading the level 2 in the Day Trade with Tony course as well. So it did value, but it's not got infinite value there. So that's the whole point. It's not got infinite value. So the initial value, it moved up. Pali moved up 130% on the day. It's not going to keep going. Think about the elastic band analogy that I like to use. So the price action is like the elastic band. You stretch it. At first, when it's not under any tension, you can stretch it and it's fine. But eventually you get to a point where there's a lot of resistance because it's becoming too extended, and it's going to have to pull back. Now the point is, if you extend it too much, it can snap back. And that's what a lot of these stocks do when they make a move up and go way beyond the fair market value. So a more incremental move is usually better for continuation. It's not uncommon to see the fast moves up followed by a fast move down. This is why I'm always saying, be careful with these stocks. Don't hold them overnight, because they're garbage companies. These low float, low price stocks are garbage companies. They move up and you ride the momentum intraday. You get out, get in, get your money, get out, and then the next day, if it moves up again, great. You can ride it again for momentum. But don't hold it overnight. Don't hold positions longer than you have to. Don't hold on to a losing position. No, I'm not seeing a big wall on the. Let me have a look on the INET. I'm not seeing a big wall there. I'm seeing a 5,000 share sell order at 420. 5,000 shares is not a big. That's not a big seller. It's the support that I would be more worried about, because I'm not seeing huge support. I would have thought would have had a lot more. It would have had a lot more support at $4. I'm just not seeing a lot of huge support at $4. It's the whole dollar psychological level. So if it breaks $4, this could be in free fall. So if you're holding bags, but, if you're holding bags, cut them loose. That's not financial advice. That's just common sense. You can always get back in if it turns around. $4-1 France versus Australia. That's kind of to be expected. Okay. Okay, so Maddox Creations. Which are you gold? Are you on gold futures or are you? Are you on gold futures or are you on one of the? Let me have a look at this. Barrick Gold. We're looking at gold futures. I've got MCX down 52,285 on its way down. That's on the 1 minute. Trying to move up, but no, it's not looking great. But if it's Barrick Gold, you're looking at the price per ounce, which is like 1,700 bucks per ounce at the moment. Oh, coming down 1738. I'm looking at on Trading View. Can you see buy and sell orders on Benzinga? No, you see buy and sell orders on the level 2 on the Montage. So I'm seeing the buy and sell orders on Dash Trader. Yeah, so if you're looking at gold US dollars per ounce, I've got it. I'm looking at it right now at 1739.53. So 1739-ish. It's been selling off for quite some time over the last couple of days. Let's look at it on the higher time frame. Let's look at it on the hourly. So it's not a bad price right now. I mean, it's a lot higher than it was back in the start of the month. I mean, it reached a low of like 16, just over 16,000, 1,600. At 1739 now. It's not a bad price. But yeah, is it going to go up or down? I can't tell you. Like I said, I don't trade futures. Certainly not commodities or precious metals. Okay, well, good luck with that, Maddox. Again, I'll talk about the indexes, but I don't trade them because they're a derivative. So I'd rather trade the instruments that make up the derivative than the actual stocks themselves. And so ETFs I don't trade because they're a derivative, and the indexes. And again, with the indexes, you have to take mad leverage to because let's. The S&P 500 has had a good day today. So let's have a look. See, the SPX is... the SPX has had a really good day today. Okay? It's up at just testing 4,000 right now on the SPX. So this is the index. It's the S&P 500. And it's 1.2% up. So in terms of volatility, there isn't really any. It's had a really good day, 1.2%. So I would rather trade something like what we have traded. I took nearly $6,000 out of Palisade Bio that moved up 140% today. So, and I didn't have to take huge leverage to do that. Well, even with spread bets, you still have to get good leverage to decide to get good returns on it. Because you know, betting that it's going to go one way or the other depends on the odds you're given, but it's just leverage. And with spread betting, it's you lose your entire stake, or you can do. Well, I've just been waffling and not paying attention to the action. Not that there has been much. Is there anything moving? And we get it. It'd be nice just to get that extra $600, $609. Well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah, well, crypto's in a world of pain at the moment, and I don't think it's done. Ucom. Oh, Qualcomm's moving up nicely. Two 2.5% up today, which for these higher cap stocks, 2.5%, 3% is actually a good move. When you think about that's about a $5 move, $4 move, 3%. Yeah, 3% is a $4 move. Well, there you go. It's the leverage, 500 to 1, and with the higher leverage is higher risk. Cheers, Max. But I think with CPI, we can most of us know which way it's going to go. What we don't know is which way the market's going to go with in terms of the CPI when it comes out. Consumer Price Index, we're usually not far wrong in your assessment. Most people already know the numbers before it comes out, or are close to. What we don't know is how the market reacts to it. Like earlier this month when the CPI numbers came out, the market, I did not expect the market to rally as much as it did. I knew there were going to be reasonable numbers, but I just didn't expect the market to rally as much as it did. Same thing with interest rates. We knew that the interest rates were going to be what they were, but it really rallied despite that. But you're always welcome to share with the crowd there, MadX. We welcome every little edge we can get on the market, for sure. Yeah, it absolutely did. So Best Buy had really good earnings pre-market, moved up really well, and I lost money on it. But Best Buy is up 12.5%, well, just over 12% on the day today. So how I lost money on Best Buy is it's beyond me, but I did. I've been looking at Best Buy to see where else I could trade, and I've already missed the opportunity. It was for the bounce on the VWAP, the double bottom on the VWAP, triple bottom even. Look at this on the 1 minute, you see it better. So we've got the nice double bottom on the VWAP here. That's where where I should have got in would have been here at 78.40. This move down, double bottom on Best Buy, and then the move up it's just been phenomenal. Look at that. 78.40, we've got a whole dollar move. We got my money back. You can get super chip. I can get UK stocks if I pay for the feed. Not with CMEG, but with Interactive Brokers. So I've got an Interactive Brokers account, and I've got Dash Trader linked up to Interactive Brokers. And if I pay for the UK feed, I can trade the FTSE with using DAS. However, that being said, the volume is on the FTSE. It isn't the volume on the FTSE isn't the same as it is on the NYSE. Then you size down Madex. If you're feeling unnecessary pressure whilst you're trading, it means you're trading too large. If your heart's racing, you're feeling tense, whatever it is, if you're feeling the pressure whilst you're trading, it's a clear sign you're trading too large. You're trading to a level that you're not comfortable with. Whether you're profitable or not, you should be able to get in it. And I get into trades that are too big all the time, and I just try and relax and keep a calm head of it. And I don't mind getting a big trade if I think it's going to go my way. But very often I've been in trades that are going against me and they've been too large. And I've done it live on this on this channel. So if your heart's racing, if you're feeling anxious about your trade, that's your mentality telling you that you're trading too large. You're either right now, you're not quite ready to trade at that level. And that's no slant against yourself. That's just practice. And you should size down, or you're just trading way above your budget. The question that you should be asking yourself in that case is, how much are you risking? How much of your equity are you risking on that trade? If you're risking more than 3%, the rule of thumb is a good indication. If you're risking more than 3% of your entire equity, it's usually you're risking too much. On many occasions, I'll go as much as 5% because I'm a very aggressive trader, 10% in some cases. But I'm an aggressive trader. My aggressive style of trading is not for everybody, and I don't recommend it for everybody. A good rule of thumb, generic rule of thumb, is don't risk more than 3%. That will help you keep control of your emotions, because if you get to a point where you're losing 3% on a trade, you can cut the trade for a loss, and you can get back into something else later and make that 3% back up. So there you go. And if you're getting big swings in your equity, it's usually because you're trading too big. Okay, what else is moving? What else can we take a look at? Newton. My goodness, Newton. I looked at you as well when you first started to move up. It's moved up here, then pulled back. I looked at it here, and then it's moved back up again. So the fact that it pulled back hard here is that I don't trust it. Double top there. Absolutely double top at the $0.75. Look at that. It's just capitulating again. A 50 cent dip this. Oh, it's capitulating. It's just dropped 30 cents on that candle. Yeah, probably not worth trading right now. Been a lot of movement today though, guys. It looks like we're finally getting some volatility back in the market. Pali's got a nice double bottom here, Palisades. So if this can get back above $4, if we find support here at 380 and get back above $4, we might get a little bit of a recovery, a little bit of a bounce. The problem is we've only got 5 minutes to do it, so I don't think it is going to. Okay, so the market closes in 5 minutes. So bye bye, Palisades. I'll take a look at that. So this is Cosmos Holdings at 33 cents. I know a lot of you guys like to see these smaller stocks. I don't touch them for a number of reasons, but at 33 cents, it's fairly steady up. There's a nice double bottom formation, W formation off the VWAP around midday. and it's moved up since then. So that was about 25 cents. It's moved up since then. I don't know if there is a catalyst. The problem it's got right now is it's double topping. So if you look at the wider time frames here, got a double top here at 33 cents. It was up at just over 33 cents at 11 o'clock, just after 11 o'clock, and it's finding that same area there. So just be careful if you're in it. Got a nice double bottom for the move up, but now we're getting a double top. And you look at the higher time frame. So look at this on the 2-minute time frame. Your double bottom disappears, and it becomes a double top. And your higher time frames are more reliable. So you always look at multiple time frames. You look for confirmation. Is this a bullish sign or is it a bearish sign? And if it's a bearish sign on the higher time frame, take that as your indicator. If it's a bullish sign on the smaller time frame, then it probably will get overridden by the higher time frame. The trend is always higher time frame. So the trend, and they say the trend is your friend. So always try and trade with the trend. Okay, so DLO, let's have a quick look. We traded this a few days ago when it bounced, and was it Friday? I can't remember when I traded this off the top of my head. But this is it sold off hard. Let's look at this on the 15. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll put it on the 30. It's probably easier. But it sold off hard here on the 16th. And then it had a bounce the following day, bit of consolidation, then moved up, and then now it's steady gains yesterday, but then sold off hard today. So today, not such a happy day for DLO. It's trying to make steady gains back above the VWAP, but for this, you really want to see it back above 13.50 for a move up to $14. It's been beat up this last couple of days. It's got a long way to go to get back over $20 where it was trading quite happily, $20, $25. So see what happens the remainder of this week. Today's profit right in front of you there, Astijuska. So today's profit is just under 7,000, 68.91, where it says realized, and here. So this is the profit here. I don't know if it's your phone or if you're looking on your phone or something, you can't actually make that out. If you can't, I apologize. But it's 68.91, 6,891. That's today's gains. Of course, there's probably going to be about $500 or $600 worth of transaction fees to come out of that, but it's over goal. I've only traded PSNY since this morning. So the original session, I've only done the one trade since this morning. So yeah, where am I on the year? I'm on track. Let's have a look. We've got okay, guys. So let's have a look at where we are actually on the year. So that's a good question, Dunkers. Let's have a look. Well, AMD's breaking highs right into the close. So we're just closed, but let's have a quick look at the statistics. This is my link tree. If you're not logging your trades, I would recommend that you do that. Trader view reports. Okay. So this is where we are on the month in terms of the statistics right now. So on the month, we're 98,000 before today. I've got another, let's call it 68.91, and I take the 290 here, so let's call it 99,000. I've got another let's call it 98,000, and I'll add 7 onto it. So we're looking at 105,000. So after today, we're over goal on the month. So that's 5,000 over goal on the month, and we've still got tomorrow, half day Friday, and 3 days next week. So we could get a really good head start into December based on where we are at the moment. I will be taking some profits though. So that's where we are on the month. But the question was, where am I on the year? I've got over. Right. So this is the year 1.12. So plus today's, let's call it 7,000. So we're 1.19. So we're not too far off on the annual goal either. So putting that into perspective, 1.1 is where I should be at the end of November. 1.19. 1.12 plus the 6. So 1.128 is where I'll be. So 1.128, 1.13, give or take a couple of thousand. So I'm not too far off the 1.2 gross number that I'm expected to achieve for the year, based on 100k per month. That's the average that I'm looking for, the 500k per day. So we're in a good place, Dunkers. We're not in a bad place. What I would say, however, is that the net number, I need to get to about 920, realistically speaking. About 916, 920 net by the end of this month. And then if I have 100k in December, that the profit from that, the net profit will take me over that 7-figure net. It's going to be close. It's building up for a nice, exciting crescendo. So I was right with the targets and the breakdown and everything else. It looks like, but it's gearing up that it's going to be December before I hit my goal. The 7-figure net number, which currently a little over 907, I think is what I was just looking at there. 907,000 is where I'm at the moment. So that's before today. Another 6,000 on that puts me at 913. So that leaves me 87 to make up. I've still got some time this month, which means that we're in a good place. We're not far off. So my win rate across the year or across the month. So the win rate across the year is just shy of 67% across the year. So win-loss ratio is 67.3 for winners and 32.7 for losers. It's actually in reality it's 66.9 and 32.5 because I've got a small number of scratch trades as well across the year, but we're neither up or down. So that's my win rate is about 2/3. And it will be a good year. I'm planning on celebrating over New Year, ideally over Christmas if I can get it done before that, but we'll see. So what's the tax bill? I'll let my accountant tell me what that is next April when he does the maths, because I will probably be liquidating some of my crypto positions and taking the loss on it. I'm getting increasingly nervous with all this, and because I've been holding the crypto for a long while, I can take the loss and I can write that off on the tax, which is that will help with the tax losses. So yeah, I'm not doing too badly. If you want to learn how to trade, let's join the Day Trade with Tony. This link here if you're on YouTube, get into the description there. You can see the come learn how to trade with me, Day Trade with Tony. Join the community. You get access to the private Discord as well. And if you join in November and use the Black Friday coupon code. Just type Black Friday into the coupon. If you join within the next week, you get 25% off that. It's not expensive already, but 25. It costs nothing. It legitimately costs next to nothing. It's $120 a month plus tax wherever you are. But if you join in November, you can get it for $90 a month plus tax. So I can't say further than that. And you get to learn how to trade, and you get access to the private Discord. You get direct mentorship and an input from myself, a profitable trader, a consistently profitable trader as well. Yeah, and if that's not good enough for you, I don't know what is. So let's. Oh, also, if you're struggling for gifts for Christmas, go and check out the Day Trade with Tony shop. So we've got beanies for winter, we've got a wine tumbler, we've got baseball caps, polo shirts, we've got the whole 9 yards here. If you go into the shop, you've got all kinds of merchandise. My face there, of course. We've got t-shirts with Miyako on them. We've got even a dog bowl there if you've got a dog, phone cases for whether iPhone or Samsung or whatever it is. You've got phone cases with the I Trade with Tony logo on it. You've got your own mug, vests, mouse mats, sweaters, hoodies, whatever it is that you want. So check out the Day Trade with Tony merch store there and become part of the community. So I will end the stream right here. And I will knock up a trade recap video a little bit later for posting on YouTube. So if you are following on YouTube, you'll get a notification. If you're not, if you are following me on YouTube, you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the notification bell, you get notified when I'm going live. You'll also get notified when I drop a new video. And in the meantime, have a good one, guys. I'll be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market starts. So that's the last 90 minutes of pre-market. I do have permission to trade at that stage, so you may see me take trades. If there's not enough volume or not enough volatility, I might not. You might have to wait till the bell. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But by all means, come join me tomorrow, 8 a.m. market time, which is 1 p.m. here where I'm based, which is UK or Ireland. Wherever you're based, it's not in any of those time zones, then work it out for yourself. I'm not a speaking clock at the end of the day, and Google is your friend. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.